So we're all set.
Okay, thank you. We are back in open session at 8:56 p.m. At this point, I would like to entertain a motion for the following resolution. The City Council of the City of West Haven hereby approves the attached contract between the City of West Haven and ADP for payroll services and authorizes the mayor to make any necessary revisions and corrections to execute said contract. Is there a motion?
So moved, Chairman.
Motion by Councilman Galignano, Councilman Donovan, Councilwoman O'Connor. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Councilman Bruno, Cohen, others. Is there any discussion? Seeing that there is no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Seeing none, the motion carries unanimously. Is there any other new business? Councilwoman Hosky?
I did just want to update everybody. Frank is still waiting to hear back regarding the LoCIP funds to use for the cameras at the West Haven PD. He did calculate that there's just about $60,000 from the capital non-recurring line item for the police vehicle financing. So as soon as he lets me know, I will let all of you know. And my second, I'm wondering about the payroll. There was that payroll mishap about 6 weeks ago where the I think it was the West Haven PD didn't get paid, and I know that there was going to be an investigation. I was wondering if there's an update on that, if we've determined how all of that happened. We hadn't heard anything.
What I have to, without giving too much away, Councilman Hosky, I will circle back to you in the next few days to give you an update. I don't think it's appropriate to give an update in public session on that topic at this time.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Hosky. Councilwoman McGee?
I just want to say thank you to Mayor Rossi and I believe the Rotary Club for supplying another technological device for a family here in District 7. I received a text a couple days ago. They're very, very grateful. It's helping them out a lot, and I'm really appreciative. So thank you. Thank you, Chairman.
Great. Thank you, Councilwoman McGee. Is there any other new business? Councilman Cohen?
Yeah, I just wanted to follow up from earlier this week. We had a budget meeting with the assessor's office, and I know that that the chairman and Councilwoman Hosky know this, but as some of you may recall, I was very concerned about the assessors where they wanted to have a second data entry person, but they eliminated an analyst position. And during that discussion, it seemed very apparent that both of those positions were very distinct and needed. So I did send an email today, and I did get or this weekend, I should say, and I got a confirmation today as well from Beth Sabo that that the data entry person can do the analyst's work, and furthermore, that the union would have no objection to incorporating the analyst position description in the data entry job description. I think that's important because although it's a great team we have there and everyone works together, I think it's important that we should never be in the situation where 2 years, 3 years down the road that, hey, it's not my job. I do data entry. I don't do analyst. And because that responsibility is so essential and part of the department, that it put my mind at ease to understand now that position, the additional data entry position versus the analyst position is, I think it was told us, about $4,900 more. So I just wanted people to know that as we go through budget deliberations that yes, they eliminated the position, but not the responsibilities, and that position could be addressed within data entry. Mr. Chair, I have one other matter when I'm allowed to speak again.
Go ahead, Councilman.
Okay. Secondly, in budget hearings that we had, I believe in the prior week, because they were public, so I'm going to just mention this, is during the discussion during the Board of Education review, it was alluded to by Superintendent Cavallaro regarding the audit, and it would probably come up. And we can all remember in the beginning, I guess it was January, that there were some fiscal concerns, some budget concerns, and nothing more is really said. And obviously, if you listen to the MARB tapes, it does allude to having some type of audit review being undertaken. So I did call Councilman Cavallaro just to say, hey, Neil, just give me the lowdown. I'm looking at your budget. I understand your budget. I have some questions, but bottom line it for me. This audit, which I understand, and thank you, Mayor, for clarifying this for me, that it is a longer audit process, and eventually there will be a hearing, there will be a review, and there will be a meeting regarding that audit. But that audit in no way, per the superintendent, really will impact the budget that was presented for the Board of Ed, because as we all know, it's a sizable budget. And when I heard the word audit, it did get me concerned, but my mind was alleviated to know that, yes, there is an audit, but it does not impact the proposed Board of Education budget. Those are my two things. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman Cohen. Mayor Rossi?
Thank you very much. And yes, I did speak with Councilman Cohen through an email. And yes, at some point in time after most of the budget hearings are done, I'm going to coordinate. I believe because of the situation with this audit, a lot of times in the past, we have done it during a regular council meeting. I think it'd be more advantageous to do it at a special meeting because there is going to be, I'm sure, a lot of questions and a lot of discussion. So I'm going to contact the auditors, have them give me a few dates. I'll reach out to Chairman Quagliani and Finance Chair Hosky, and we can get a date together so that the council will have ample time, as has been in the past, to ask questions. But as I said, normally we do it during a regular council meeting or right before one. But in this particular case, I know at the MARB meetings, it was very lengthy. And so I think it's important that the public get to hear and the council get to ask whatever sufficient questions that they want to ask of the auditor. The second piece of news is about the conveyance tax. And I know when I delivered my budget, we were hopeful we would be able to vet the conveyance tax and have it part of the budget. It will not make it to be part of the budget and part of the impact on the mill rate, but it will be put into effect during FY21. I've looked into it, and so has Lee Tiernan and Michael Milone. And what we have found out is you need an economic development zone set up, which isn't going to take years or anything like that, but it's not going to be ready in time. That being said, we will realize some of the revenue in FY21 because we are going to put this into place. It's not something we're forgetting about, and it will impact part of 21 and all the years going forward, and also the 5-year plan. But I did want to let you know that, because as I've always said with revenue, the proper way is always be conservative. Number two, you have to vet it and make sure. You can't just come up with a new revenue stream and not, just put it in there and hope for the best. So that's what we're doing. We're doing our due diligence, and it will be in there sometime in FY21, and I will keep you posted. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Any other new business? Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
Okay, we all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're adjourned, everybody. Thank you. Have a good rest of the evening.
Good night.
Aye.
Good night.